So close but far away. I know that I could break while I'm walking the tightrope. Yeah, I live with no regrets. I see the stars connect. It's the light that I follow. Oh, feeling so alive when I dream. Open up my eyes while I sleep. I'm awake for you.
Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is JonHut, and today I want to share with you Space, a free plugin that I create with Patcher, available for every FL Studio user. I'm gonna leave the link to download this plugin on the description below. Space is a simple but effective plugin that allows you to control in a 3D space the sound source, which means that you can put the sound source just right in front of you, far away, left or right side, up or down. Now, Space is not a simple control for volume and pan. I program Space with different psychoacoustic techniques. So with an XY module, you can control at the same time different parameters like volume, advanced panning, different settings of a reverb, and also different settings of a filter. All of that with an easy-to-use interface. In this tutorial, we are going to have a look in deep to the plugin, we are going to have a listen to some examples, and also the installation process. So with that said, let's start with this tutorial. This is Space. So first of all, let's have a quick overview of the plugin. Now, Space have two different modules. It have the main module and the reverb module. So let's start by having a look to the main module. So here on the main module, first we have the bypass button, so you can have the plugin enable or disable. Next, we have the XY controller. Now under the XY controller, you can see this orange icon, which basically represents the listening position. And as you can see now, the XY controller is set to the default position, but we can control where we want the sound source. So I can bring it just right in front of me. I can put it to the left or to the right. Now, if I want the sound source to be a bit far from the listening position, then I can set the XY controller to the middle. And I can also set it to the left or to the right. And if I move the XY controller to the maximum, now the sound source will be far away from the listening position. And as I mentioned on the introduction, the XY controller, it doesn't control only volume and pan. It applies different psychoacoustic techniques just to make this effect to sound a bit more real. Now here on the XY controller, if I go to the left, you can see there is one slider, and here on the bottom I have another two sliders. So the slider on the left side basically control the range of the volume attenuation. So if I put it to the maximum, now with the slider set on the default position, it will have an attenuation of -19 dB. But if I want to bring a bit of the volume back while still keeping all of the rest of the setting, then I can control the range of the volume with this slider. So if I put it to the minimum, now the volume will have a -4 dB of attenuation. And with these two sliders, I can control the range of the panning. So with the left slider, I can control the range of the left panning, and with the right slider, I can control the range of the right panning. So set it on the default position. Basically, I can put the sound source fully to the right. But if it's too much, I can control the range of the right side with this slider. And the same applies to the left side. If I put it fully to the left side, I can control the range of the left side with this slider. Now here on the left side, we have the up and down slider. So if we want our sound source to sound a little bit more up, then I just have to put the slider up. And if I want the sound source to sound down, I have to bring the slider down. Next, on the right side, we have a few controls for the reverb. So first, we have the X2 button. So if I enable this button, basically the decay time of the reverb will be multiplied. Next, we have the dry volume just to control the volume of the dry signal. And last, we can control the size of the reverb. Now, just to better understand how this plugin works, if I bring the XY slider to the middle, it starts to apply a small amount of reverb right in the middle, and it will increase the decay and also the wet volume as I move forward. Next, here on the bottom, on the left side, we can control the slope of the up and down filters, which will change a bit the feeling of this effect. Next, on the right side, we can control the diffusion and the damping of the reverb. And last, we can also control the width of the sound source. If we want it fully mono, then we just have to bring it to the right. And if we want to open the width, then I can bring it to the left. And last, here on the main module, we can control the output level. Okay, so now that we cover the main module, let's have a look to the reverb module. Okay, so here on the reverb module, we can enable or disable the reverb. Next, we have a high pass and a low pass filter for the reverb. Next, with these three knobs, we can control the pre-delay, the modulation, and the speed of the modulation. Next, we have the width control, which control the width of the reverb. Same as before, if you want the reverb fully mono, then bring it to the right, and if you want to open the width of the reverb, then bring it to the left. And last, here on the reverb module, we can listen in solo to the reverb by enabling this button. Okay, so now that we cover each parameter, let's have a listen to some examples. So the first example, I'm going to use U space on a vocal. I'm using a vocal from a Cara, which is from a demo project of FL Studio. Now, I recommend you to use headphones to fully enjoy the experience of this tutorial. So first, I'm gonna press play and I'm gonna tweak all of the settings so you can listen what each of these knobs can do. So let me press play and let's have a listen to it.
So close but far away, I know that I could break while I'm walking a tightrope. Yeah, I live with no regrets. I see the stars connect. It's the light that I follow. I'm feeling so alive when I dream. Open up my eyes while I sleep. I'm awake for you. I'm awake now. So close but far away, I know that I could break while I'm walking a tightrope. Yeah, I live with no regrets. I see the stars connect. It's the light that I follow. I'm feeling so alive when I dream. Open up my eyes while I sleep. I'm awake for break while I'm walking the tightrope. Yeah, I live with no regrets. I see the stars command. It's the light that follows. Oh, feeling so alive when I dream. Open up my eyes while I sleep. I'm awake for you.
So as you can listen, I can easily control in a kind of 3D space the sound source. And now let's have a listen to the next example by using U space with a piano. Okay, so here I have the piano, so I'm gonna do exactly the same as I did with the vocal. I'm gonna press play and then I'm gonna start to adjust these settings so you can really hear the difference. So let's have a listen to it. And for the last example, I'm gonna use U space on the drums. Now in this example, I'm gonna be using U space with the hi-hat number 1. So let me press play and let's have a listen to it. Okay, so now that we listen to some examples, let me show you the installation process. Okay, so the installation process is really easy. Simply download the document from the description below, and once you have the folder, then open the folder and you have two different documents. You have the U-Space manual and the U-Space plugin. If you want to open the plugin, simply double click on it and FL Studio will open the plugin automatically for you. Now, if you want to save the plugin to your plugin database, simply go to the browser, open the plugin database, go to effects, and in here you can select the folder where you want to add this plugin. I'm going to choose the gain folder. So I'm going to right click on the gain folder and I'm going to go to open the folder. Now in here, I just have to take the U-Space plugin, left click on it and drag and drop into this folder. Now back on FL Studio, if I go into the mixer and I want to open an instance of U-Space, I just have to click an empty slot, go to the gain folder, and in here I have U-Space. Simple as that. And last, on the U-Space folder, you have the U-Space manual. So if you want to open, simply double click on it and FL Studio will open the manual automatically for you. Now here on the manual, we have the two different modules. We have the main module and the reverb module. And another way to open the manual is straight from the plugin. So if I go to the mixer and I open a new instance of U-Space, then I just have to go to the map tab, and here on the top right corner you are gonna have always the manual ready for you. If you want to open, double click on it and select what you want to see, the main or the reverb module. Okay, that's all for me. Hope you like this plugin as much as I do. If you have any question, please leave a comment below. Thank you very much for watching. My name is JonHut.